Now we'll test the gearbox sensor system in the new Actros with PowerShift 2. First, connect the star diagnosis to the vehicle. To begin, start with the test of the countershaft sensor. Here you can see it clearly. The 2 wire cables you need to connect the measuring device to the sensor you must rig yourself. But you'll find everything you need to do this in the electrical connection set with the number on your screen. You require the pins with the number 2 and the number 10. With the connecting pieces, join the pins with the same color, red with red and black with black. Now lift the driver cab to get access to the countershaft sensor of the gearbox. And you can begin with the wiring of the measuring set. Cut the cable ties at the cable harness of the sensor and disconnect the plug in the middle. Connect the plug ends in each end of your cable, both red and black. For the connection with the measuring unit, make sure to attach the ground wire of the sensor, the black cable, to the ground wire number 4 marked with a yellow ring. The signal will be transferred through this later. Attach the red cable to the black connection. And now set the star diagnosis. In order to prepare the measurement, double-click the HMS measuring unit. Select Oscilloscope and then Universal Oscilloscope. The data in the standard presetting must correspond exactly to the defaults. The measurement of the countershaft sensor takes place with the engine running. Therefore, connect the hose of the exhaust gas withdrawal system. And start the engine. In the star diagnosis, start the measurement by clicking the arrow key. If the sensor is working correctly, a signal with a signal width of approximately 45 microseconds will appear. Here, the sensor is working correctly. Now we test the main shaft sensor. Here again for clarity. Secure the front axle on one side with 2 edges, because for this test you raise the right rear axle and engage the emergency brake. You don't have to raise the vehicle very high, just enough so the wheel can move freely. Your next place of work is somewhat further back at the gearbox. The procedure is identical, however, to the previous test. So cut the cable and separate the plug. Attach the 2 plug connections and then connect it to the measuring unit. Also, the presettings of the star diagnosis remain the same. With this test, the engine is off. Turn the raised wheel forward until you see a detailed signal on the screen. While turning, there should be a signal width of 45 microseconds. Here once again in detail, the wheel is turned in the direction of driving and the signal appears with a signal width of 45 microseconds. Now turn the wheel backwards. The signal should now appear with a signal width of 90 microseconds. To show you more clearly, the wheel is turned backwards and the signal appears with a signal width of 90 microseconds. Both sensors tested function correctly.